win. Bowing to the inevitable. For me, the only question here is whether it's going to be a clean sweep or he's going to concede a draw on this game. And I think he's going to win it. He has certain things in his favour objectively, and I say only objectively, that this perhaps the game is a draw. But I think Gary's going to play g3 here, just simply fix his pawn, put his pawns on black squares, or he might play b4. No, he's gone g3, and we'll see. The theory behind this is that the bishop actually controls the light squares, and if you have the pawns on the same coloured squares as your bishop, they are doing the same job. And in order to win the game, you should be controlling the white squares and the black squares. So this is why you put your pawns on the opposite colour to your bishop. As I mentioned, that black is a bit... yeah, he's not got the right plan here. I have a feeling he's going down. He's trying to bring his king into the centre, and he can't do that. Yeah, that's Gabriel. I mean, Garry ought to be a little more polite, because, you know, I mean, Gabriel he's hosting this thing this evening. I mean, what is that? You're not supposed to beat up your host, are you? Oh, right. Checkmate. Well, he almost sneaked his pawn through to victory, you know, on the queen side, but not quite. That looks like the move of a guy who was about to give mate. Yep. I think there's always a feeling that you know, once a lot of the players have gone down, you can feel, well, it's all right if I resign now, because I haven't disgraced myself. And I think a couple of these guys were sort of hanging on. So what have we got? We've got three games left. One's going to finish in a second. Oi, 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 oi. I don't like that move. Oi. Fixing another pawn on a black square. That, I think he's just going down, actually. Yeah. Yeah. So that's 2 games remaining at the opposite ends of the hall, and yeah, it's checkmate coming actually on h4 on g5. So king caught on the side. Oh, yep. And one game remaining. So all the juniors have finally succumbed. This is the point where I normally bring up a chair and sit down to play. the basic problem here is he's fixed his pawns on black squares. I didn't like that move f5 at all. That was just hideous. He's got all 6 of his pawns fixed on white squares. I mean, why? It's like I don't know. What can I say? You know, I mean, in the Soviet Union, they would have had apoplexy seeing a defensive construction like this. You normally cannot hold such positions just defending passively. We'll see. Maybe this is an exception. Maybe he can just draw by doing nothing. I think that's his intention. He's just going to sit there and hope that he can draw by doing nothing. So you finished. That's it. It's the one remaining game. So bishop c6. Yep, he's just waiting. Now, Kasparov's advantage really lies on the queen side. He has these 3 pawns against 2 pawns, and what he wants to do is to advance on the queen side and create a passed pawn. So I think he's done just that. He's advanced. And what you see on the other side of the board is that white's 3 pawns actually hold up black's 4 pawns. So effectively, on that side of the board, material is equal. So white's pawns are doing as good a job as you know, black's 4 pawns there. So the question is, how does he make progress? How does he create a passed pawn? He wants to advance b4 to b5, but it isn't quite so easy to effect. If he for instance, puts his bishop on e2 in order to support this, then he loses his a-pawn. The a-pawn is dropping off. So he has to be a little bit careful about this. There's another point, that if he plays king c4, I mean, just to support this advance, sorry, the pawn is on a4 already. But if he were to play, put his king to c4, black has 2 possibilities there. He could play bishop d5 check, just driving the king away, and then drop his bishop back. That would be one idea. Another idea is he might even be able to create some activity on the other side of the board by playing e5. Then his pawn majority there would start to work. At the moment, with the white king on d4, he's controlling this advance. So there are some technical problems for... Oh, this is a lousy move, I think. Am I right? I think that is a bad move. He's just going to play b5. Maybe he had problems anyway. I think bishop f3 was coming anyway. Maybe he was in what they call Zugzwang. That means he had no decent move to make. He was actually in the optimum position. So b5 has come, and actually he's not going to